think we're ready to start. This is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System taking place on Thursday the 11th of February. Centre number DDE120 and the candidate is Mr. Sajjad Saeedi. The candidate number is 01313458. The examiner is Samson Sees. Examiner number 443533. Good afternoon. My name is Samson.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Would you please tell me your full name?
My name is Sajjad Saeedi.
Okay, can I see your identification, please?
Sure, here you are.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Right. Let's talk about your hometown or village. What kind of place is it?
My hometown, I live in the Tehran. Tehran is a capital city of Iran, and given the fact, because of this city, it's a capital. Most majority of people have a tendency to live here, and given the fact causes to more pollution, and the pollution getting worse in our city. And it's not a good thing, and I think, but on the flip side of the coin, it's a good city because the government, there is government in our city, and there are lots of public transportation here, and there is a good point for education, and it's a good city, I think, yes.
Okay, and what's the most interesting part of your city?
I think, as I mentioned, there is a good. I think there are lots of public transportation in our city, and one of the things that I can say about my city, it's about there are lots of, and there are a variety type of jobs for people, and there is a good point to our city about education, and yes, just that.
Okay, and what kind of jobs do people do in your city?
There are a variety types of jobs, in our city, but if I want to say about that, if the people want to do everything, they can do that, and some of people can do their own business, and they can start up their own business, and some of them can do their job in their organizations, and to join the staff to some government's employee. And yes, there are types of variety kind of jobs in our city.
Okay, and would you say it's a good place to live?
Our place, Tehran?
Yes.
I think it depends on the situation to every people, because some of people don't like to live in our city because of the air pollution, and all of the streets in our city is crowded, and there is a bumper-to-bumper traffic in the streets, and you usually see the streets like bustling streets, and for some people it's not a good city for living. But on the flip side of the coin, most of people have a tendency to live here because of the capital city, and they have a very highly chance to live here and to make or start up their own business in here. And yes, it depends.
Okay, let's move on to talk about accommodation. Tell me about the kind of accommodation you live in.
About my flat, or
yes.
I live in a complex, and I live in a 7th floor, and my flat have a two spacious room. We renovated last year, and it has a good view of city in front of the window, and it's not so big and not so small. It's okay for me.
And how long have you lived there?
About 4 years. I lived there about 4 years.
Okay, and what do you like about living there, apart from the windows?
You know, one of the things that I really want to live there about, I live in a place that's very quiet, and I love to live in a quiet place. And you know, we work in a crowded city, and you know, about busy city. I mean, busy city. And I really want to, when I came back to my home, it's during my...
Okay, that's fine. We can now move on to the next part. All right, now, in this part, I will give you a topic, and you will have to talk about that topic for 2 minutes. If you have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make notes if you like. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, now I want you to describe something you own which is very important to you. Here is your topic.
Thank you.
Here's your paper and pencil to make notes. And got that? Okay, you can start making notes for 1 minute now.
Can I describe for a person?
Okay, that's the 1 minute up for the no more notes. You can start talking for the 2 minutes. Go ahead.
If I want to say, to describe something or someone in my life or own, I have to pick up someone in my life. You know, my wife is most important person in my life, because he always had my back, and I always can give advice, give a good advice from her. And you know, she's very kind, and she has a soft-hearted, and she's an outgoing person, and I can trust him in all my life. And you know, recently I have a little daughter, and God gifted us, and I can say that my wife has the best mother in the world for my daughter. And you know, I know her since 12 years ago, and yes, about 12 years we know each other, and we get married. And after that, you know, yes, if I want to say someone and choose one person in whole my life and exactly the rest of my life, I choose my wife, because she is the most important person in my life.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll take back your
Sure.
papers now. Wonderful. All right, so related to what we've been talking about, what you've been talking about in part 2, let's consider first of all how people's values have changed. What kind of things give status to people in your country?
Pardon, can you say?
So, what sort of things give status to people in your country nowadays, would you say?
I think it depends on their situation. You know, I have to say them that our country or in a big city, it's not a good city for living. The people that not too health, and there's dangerous for them, and some of places in our city it's not safe, and they have to be careful themselves. But on the other hand, our country and our people in our country, I think most of people, they have a kind of heart, soft-hearted, and they can help to foreign people, and yes, I think it depends on the situation.
Okay, and have things changed since your parents' time? That means, like, have things changed since the past? Mm-hmm. Are they different now?
Mm-hmm. About the parents?
Yes.
Or about the life?
During their time.
During
their
parents'
time.
You know, most of the things change, because if I want to say about our situation, exactly about our because of the coronavirus, our life changed, and I think it has a sweeping change, and you know, I remember that when I was younger, and our life is very easy, and we can live easily together with our parents, with our family. But we can see that every year that's coming after the year, I think the things were going worse, and because of our situation, because of the politics in countries, and yes.
Okay. And finally, let's talk about the role of advertising. Do you think advertising influences what people buy?
Yes, definitely. I agree with this issue, because one of the important things it's about advertising. You know, when the businessmen or women that they have a product, I think for introduce their product, they have to choose the best ways for produce them to people. And one of the important things, it's about advertising. Exactly, it's about during TV programs and radio programs, and between their program, it's a good idea, because the people, when listening or watching their favorite TV program or series, you know, you can't choose your people. You can't choose your customer in front of the TV. Because of that, when you choose make a decision to advertising, exactly that I said, between the programs, it's a good idea, because they can help for their business to introduce their product.
Okay, thank you very much. That's the end of the speaking test.
Thank you.
So you can take a nice deep breath and relax. That's wonderful. Okay, so before we go into all the details, we'll first look at your score, your band score for the IELTS speaking test. So based on the 4 criteria, I think you know we've got fluency and coherence. That's how natural you sound, and you know the way you say things and your intonation. Then you've got vocabulary, we've got grammar, and accuracy, and then pronunciation. So putting all these together. So right now, I think you're a 6. We'll just say you're a 6. Mm-hmm. It could have been. I wanted to put you as a 6.5. I mean, there's quite a few issues we've got here. Mm-hmm. We'll go through them together. one by one. But so you know, if you work on the techniques that we're about to talk about, you can increase 6 to 7. So you can eventually get 7 if you work on the techniques, and we'll start going through that. We'll starting with the fluency and coherence. You know, how natural you sound. I mean, when you express your ideas and opinions, they're very good. Generally, they're very good ideas, and that's great. There are some linking words that you used that were okay. You had quite a lot of self-repetition, unfortunately, but that can be worked on. So don't worry too much about it. I felt that many times you maybe were not understanding the question, particularly. I think what got you down here was part 2. Part 2. I mean, people get misled about part 2 a lot. They think that the topic definitely has to be there, and the thing is, you can go off topic. Like if it was about something that you own, something valuable to you, that's what the question was. It's okay to go off topic and talk about people who you love in your life. That's not a problem. If I was you, what you should have done, I think, would be to refer to the question. So the question was something that you own. Basically, it could have been an object or whatever. You could have said, I'm not that kind of person that's into materialism. I cannot think of something that I own that I find very valuable to me. But I will talk about some important person in my life, which is my wife. So you could have referred to the off topic. First answer the question, and then slowly move on to your topic that you wanted to talk about. And then at the very end, you could have come back to the question again and referred to it, saying, I still cannot think of anything I know that's valuable to me, but I suppose my car gets me from A to B. You could have made up something like that, even if it's something that's not real, it's not really existing. You could just pretend it was there, because it's not about being true or false in the IELTS speaking test. It's about it's about being accurate here. It's about being able to produce that conversation, being able to talk for the 2 minutes. That's another problem you had. You spoke for 1 minute and 40 seconds. You were just 20 seconds off from talking. I mean, most candidates probably don't know this, but you do have to talk for the 2 minutes. Otherwise, you'll be automatically marked down to the 6.5. That's the situation here. So work on maybe, again, expanding your answer, giving maybe more details, more reason, because your ideas are good and it's okay to go off topic. But like I said, if you refer to the question again at the beginning in part 2, and then refer to it maybe a little bit again, the actual question of part 2, you would have had your 2 minutes, and that would have been okay. But that's something you can work on, and it's going to be all right. Now you know this, you're going to go and practice that, and you'll be all right, hopefully, for the next test. Vocabulary, I didn't have much of a problem with your vocabulary. I think your vocabulary is good, generally. Altogether, you have self-repetition in your sentences, and again, those words, we hear them again. So maybe expand a little bit on your vocabulary. But I would expand mostly on the ideas and the sentences, and think about the structure. We'll get to the grammar and accuracy now. Vocabulary altogether, the words that you were using for the certain topic, it was okay. I didn't have too many problems with that. It's this part here, grammar and accuracy. I felt that you struggled a lot with putting the structure of the sentences together. You could work on that. For example, you said here variety of jobs, or it was that sort of thing. It could be like different jobs. You can just make it more simple. And you said the businessmans and businesswomen, businessmen, businesswomen, with the plurals and stuff like that. Just some things, it's okay. You can think about those and just work on them. Just repeat them in your head. Record your voice. When you had the simple questions asked to you, I think part 1, because it's more simple stuff. The simple personal questions, you didn't have a problem. So I think it's more of these complex structures you struggled with a little bit. I would work more on that, and make sure you have all your prepositions So if people are worried about the pollution level in Iran, so that's it. Instead of they want to go outside, they want to live outside of the city. They prefer to live outside of the city. So just make sure you have the structures of your sentences there. I mean, that's the grammatical errors. That's another thing that was marking you down a little bit. So if you work on these things, like with the fluency, like we spoke about, and the 2 minutes, and expanding on the ideas, and not being lots of self-corrections there, less self-corrections, less repetition, you can work your way up from a 6 to a 7. I don't think you would have a problem with that. Pronunciation altogether, it was good. I thought your pronunciation was more or less strong. You had a few glitches, maybe like going worse. Maybe I think you wanted to say getting worse. You said going worth. You had a TH, you had a little pronunciation problem there. That could be a little bit confusing for the examiner. So when you're expressing something, if you're not so sure about it, either correct it, try not to go for it if it's too complex. But you know, you can work on these. Just keep practicing in front of the mirror, recording your voice. Listen to the speakers. Your favorite show. Watch your favorite show. Watch the lines of your favorite actor, how they're saying the lines. That will help with your intonation as well. And pause the television, listen to it again, and repeat it. That would help with your intonation. The way you raise your voice, the volume, the way it goes up is like da 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 da, and then it comes down. That's the structure of the sentences in volume when you listen to it. That's the intonation techniques that you can work on. That will help with your fluency and coherence as well. But the main issue here, I think, definitely it's the grammar, to help you, to stop you from struggling so much. Just keep working your way up from the simple sentences to the more complex sentences, and you should get better, and you'll improve and hopefully go from the 6 to the 7. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? Any questions?
No, thank you for dedicating your time to me, and you said to me a good idea, and I try to do my best for improve my language and English language, and generally, thank you for your dedication.
Oh no, it's my pleasure. That's part of the job. That's what we're here for, is to help you to get the high band score that you're looking for, and also just to help you improve altogether.
Thank you.
And just like I said, if you just take on all these techniques on board, and I'll repeat myself again with the part 2 is very important that you're able to talk for the 2 minutes.
Sorry, in part 2, I had a question.
Yes.
And I asked a question from you that can I say about any person or something else? And after that, when you accepted, I wrote about one person in my life.
That's right. When you can, that's part of your idea. Your part of your answer can be going off topic. So that's why I gave you the heads up to say yes, you can. I didn't say don't answer the question.
It's my fault.
No, it's okay. I mean, we're all here to learn, so no, don't worry about these things. So remember what I told you, but apart from just talking for the 2 minutes, answer the question very briefly. Because candidates are always faced with topics that they don't know about. Candidates are not expected to know every topic or be familiar with every topic, otherwise we'll be godlike. That's not the case here. The case is the test. Part of the test is to be able to handle the situation in a topic you don't know so much about. So if that's what you would do, basically, is briefly, a small percentage, 30%, answer the question. If it's talking about something you own, refer to the question, answer it briefly, and then go on to talk about, like you said, the person that I gave you the heads up on, because it's okay to go off topic. It's not a problem. You won't be marked down for going off topic. You have to refer to the question to make sure the examiner knows that you understood the question, and then you can go mostly off topic or whatever. Refer to the question a little bit again, and you should be okay. But remember, it's important that you talk for. If you refer, like I said, if you refer to the question a little bit, you would have had the 2 minutes, and you would have been fine. So yeah, you can stick to your off topic, that's fine. Just make sure you have some kind of reference to the question itself that was on your cue card.
Cue card.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so if there's no many questions, then I think you're good to go.
Thank you.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I'll see you.
There we go.